Hello class, and welcome to our fifth and final installment of our lesson of the executive branch of government. So far we have learned what the executive branch is, what it does, and how it interacts with the other branches, and how it is structured. Now we are going to learn how someone gets elected or appointed to a position within the executive branch. As with any job, there are certain qualifications that must be met in order to run for president. The first is that any candidate running for president must be a natural-born citizen of the United States. Natural-born citizen means that a candidate must be a citizen from the time of their birth. This means that the candidate must either have been born in the United States or born to parents, specifically fathers, who are citizens of the United States. A candidate must also be at least 35 years of age and have lived in the United States for at least 14 years. These are the only three requirements for president listed in the Constitution of the United States. Now, assuming that a potential president has met all these requirements, how would he or she go about getting elected? First, they would run a campaign to become elected. But unlike members of Congress, state, and local officials, the president is not elected by popular vote. Instead, the president is elected by winning a majority, that is, at least 270 of the 538 available electoral votes. The number of votes granted to each state is the sum of the state senators, that is, 2 for each state, plus the number of that state's representatives in the House of Representatives. Washington, D.C. also has 3 votes. The electoral votes given are given by the Electoral College. The Electoral College is a group of representatives who are specially selected by their state to cast vote for President of the United States. Each state has their own laws regarding how their electors are chosen and how they will vote. The requirements for an elector vary by state, but in all cases, the elector must be at least 18 years of age, eligible to vote, and none can currently be holding an elected position in the House of Representatives or the Senate. Now on to vice presidential elections. Originally, the vice president was the runner-up in the presidential campaign, meaning that in the case of this last election, Hillary Clinton would have been vice president to Donald Trump. However, the passage of the 12th Amendment in 1804 ended this tradition. The vice president is supposed to be elected separately from the president. In reality, the president and vice president run a campaign together as partners. Technically, a vice president can still be elected separate from their presidential running partner through the Electoral College, or, if unable to win the necessary majority votes, remember that is 270, the vice president will be elected by the Senate. And finally, we have the secretaries of the presidential cabinet. The secretaries of the cabinet are appointed by the current president. These appointees may be vetoed by Congress, but this is a rare occurrence. These appointees may be any number of qualified or unqualified individuals who are appointed for their experience or for their support of the current president. That is it for our lesson about the executive branch of the United States. Please take a moment to summarize what you have learned before moving on to the next part of our lesson. Thank you very much for listening and have a great day.